Hello and welcome. I know you're not used to seeing me down here in the corner, but for the sake of previewing the site, that's why I'm doing this. We'll be discussing usability testing and responsive design in this. So during usability testing, uh, we had persona user Verona representing, and she actually struggled with the booking calendar because the widget being used, the third-party widget being used is an iframe, which didn't perfectly inherit the site's responsive font scaling. This actually caused her to stop the booking because she couldn't see the available dates clearly. And this is critical severity error because it directly stopped the conversion. I implemented, or I guess I should say, I'm in the process of implementing a CSS override to ensure the widget container has minimum touch target size and higher contrast. Um, Here, uh, the UI is optimized for senior travelers. As I said, accessibility is a major component of this and is largely still being built out, even in the high fidelity. And even with everything built, you still have to do testing because you might think you have everything, but then you run into things like this. Looking at the site live on desktop versus mobile, uh, you'll see that the sculpture there acts as a massive visual anchor. And on mobile, it's the header has been compressed with the Book Now button prioritized. Um, the bare bones approach kind of ensures that some less tech savvy or more folks who prefer accessibility options um, are still able to get a very fast experience. Um, Other things that I want to discuss here. Well, we discussed some of the areas that they got caught in, some of the severity. We also had an issue with one of our personas clicking the Book Now button and being off-put by the third party prior to the widget integration. So that's definitely something that needs to be worked on. It also adds a notable additional time to the project. Happily, switching from WordPress to kind of a bare bones static site drastically increase the speed. In future steps, we will be adding things like event handlers to monitor, things like I think Clarify and Google Analytics 4 to be able to monitor um, live user events, how they're responding to different widgets in the page, monitoring where there's bottleneck, things like that. Um, and so this is just sort of as it is now, but a lot of these will still come because this is actually a live site as opposed to like the high fidelity wireframe. I feel like it's a better example than going over that. Um, and yeah, the main friction points seem to be centered around the main call to action, which is the book now. So very critical area there. Um, but by getting this feedback, we were able to rev up our development, fix a lot of things, make a lot of people happy, and hopefully convert some sales that had been falling by the wayside. Um, Thank you so much for watching.